What's up, everybody? Joshua here. Dino, it's Madison Motor Works.
What's going on?
So today we got my old lady's 06 F-150 in here. The axle seal on the driver's side is bad. It's leaking. So we're going to replace the axle seals and the bearings in the rear end.
That's the go plan on that.
Yeah.
Now, when the seal leaked, it ran over into the emergency brake.
And gummed it up, and it got real hot on her way home from work the other day. So I need to get her truck back on it because she'd rather drive this than her Honda.
So that's
what it is.
Yeah.
So
little backstory.
Tear this rear end apart. We got to drain the fluid out of it, and then while that's draining, I guess we'll pull the sides off, disc brake kit and everything.
I like the plan.
Yeah. Luckily, that stuff hadn't been on there too long.
Yeah.
So it's not.
You just did rotors and brakes, what?
Yeah.
A little bit ago, a month maybe?
Probably 2 to 3 months ago.
2 to 3 months, okay.
But yeah, so anyway, that's what we're going to do today. So this truck is what? 04 to 8?
I think something like that.
04 to 08 body style. So this will apply to any of those years.
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all. So Dino's about to get these calipers and this whole assembly off right here. I'm going to crawl under the truck, pop the diff loose, so we can let that start draining.
That's it. Started with a screwdriver to get those pads back a little bit, compress the piston and the caliper some.
All right, y'all. So we got the cover off, got all of our fluid drained out of it. Right here, I know you can't see it, but there's a hole and there's a pin that goes all the way through. Goes down, it stops here, and then there's a bolt hole. So here's our pin. Here's the bolt. This will go through. This locks everything together so it can't slide out as it's going down the road spinning. And then you push your axle in. And there's a C-clip. So Dane's got this one pushed in over here.
Yeah, it's already in. There you go.
Right there. Take that out. There's your C-clip.
And axle
and you can pull the axle and it's free.
Not bad, huh?
Yeah. So now we need to look at these axles and see if they're chewed up. All right. So right there's where your bearing and your seal goes. This one don't look bad to me.
No, it looks pretty good.
How's that one look?
a little worse than that one. It's not terrible, but it does have a little wear mark there.
I think that's bad.
I don't think it's bad enough to worry about.
Yeah. So we're going to run the axles. So of course, hold on one second. There's our leaky seal. And our bearings behind it.
Yeah, it's got a little groove, but it's not terrible.
Yeah. I guess next is pull the try to get the bearing out. All right, what's up, everybody? So I'm back here today. I'm gonna try to finish this Ford up, get the axle bearing seals, get it put back together. So I got this here cleaned up. We got the bearings out the other day when we was recording, and man, those dudes are stuck in there good. But big old slide hammer and everything, it finally worked itself out. I ordered the wrong bearings, so we had to deal with that situation this morning. I had to go to 4 different parts stores to find bearings and seals for this thing. So hopefully we got everything we need now to start putting it back together, and I can get this thing out of here. Get it back to the wife so she can drive it. She don't like to drive her Honda, like I said. But I put the bearings in the freezer, so they're cool. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna heat the housing up a little bit, and hopefully they'll slide in there fairly easy. But we'll see. So Take this guy here. I'm gonna flip y'all over on fast record when I do all this, and maybe it'll go together easy. We'll see though. All right, I got that bearing in. That was fairly easy once I got her squared up in there. I went to the old Harbor Freight, of course, and I bought the Icon bearing and seal installation tool because we probably needed one. So, but yeah, that made life a lot easier. But yeah, I'm happy with that. Now let's see if we can get the seal in here. All right, let me go find that. All right, y'all, I got my seal right here. I got a little hammer so I can get it started square. Just like that. Perfect. Golly. Pretty good. Now let's take this big guy. Off a little bit. Heck yeah. I'm gonna call that done. It's flush. Wow, okay. All right, well, I guess this thing's about ready for its axle to go in. Then we'll hop over to the other side and knock it out. Nice. All right, so here we are on the driver's side, and this was the actual problem side. The seal was leaking, of course, as you can see, and it got up here on the e-brake mechanism and gummed it up, and the e-brake stayed open just enough to drag on the rotor, and excuse me. But just enough, the e-brakes mechanism got stuck because all the gunk and stuff on it, and the pads was dragging on the rotor, and it got real hot on her way home from work one day. And luckily I got under there and I had a hammer in the truck or whatever, and I hit it and it freed up enough to drive it on home. But when this thing was sticking and everything, it was causing the truck to shimmy and shake and vibrate. I mean, thought the front end was messing up, but it turned out it was this. So bad seal, leaking diff fluid, gummed the mechanism up, creating all sorts of problems. So this is why we done this to begin with. And I was like, if I'm pulling the axle and the diff cover off, I'm doing both sides at one time. So I'm gonna see if I can get this one to clean up and get it looking better than it does, and then we'll put the bearing and seal in it. All right, y'all, so I got this thing cleaned up pretty good. It looks a lot better than it did. So now I'm gonna get the torch, heat it up real quick, and this flammable stuff out of the way, huh? Heat it up real good to get the bearing and see if we can drive it in there. All right, so both seals bearings are in. I'm gonna get some of this fluid out of this diff cover that's laying in there and grease the seal up right here real good. Put some on the bearings, even though the bearings will get their oil from the diff. When you fill it up, it'll go to the axle. So I think this is the right one. I guess we'll slide it in and see. Be careful, don't nick your seal. Shoot, yeah, that one's in. So now this will be pushed in. We're gonna slap the other one in real quick. Well, I can't get a shot of the diff so y'all can see it going in, but I'll show y'all when I get under there. I've already put some lube on this seal. Oh, wait a minute. I've already put some lube on this seal here. All right, that one's good. I hope I can do this with one person. All right, y'all. So here's a hole. Here's a hole. Screw goes in there. One thing to be careful of, though, when you're trying to rotate this to get the hole lined up, because we turned it. Apparently, we shouldn't have. The spider gears tried to walk out. So luckily I put it in park, turned it the other way, and they pulled themselves back into where they needed to be. So just be mindful of that. So our pin, it should slide right up in there. Should. All right, but the pin goes there, screw goes in it. So I'm gonna put the phone down because I can't hold and do everything. I'll be back in a minute. All right, folks, I got the pin in. It's tight, a little bit locked out on it. So now I need to clean the diff cover off, clean the maintenance surface here, put silicone, RVT, RTV, whatever you call it, put that on it and fill it up, and then I can finish putting the outsides together. All right, I'm gonna crawl out of here and take me a minute. We'll be back soon. All right, y'all, so I got the diff cover cleaned. I got the axle housing where it connects clean. So now we're gonna put our silicone around it, climb back under there, and climb back under the truck, slap that thing on, and then I'm gonna let that sit while I'm putting the brakes and everything back on it, and then we'll add the fluid to it. Alrighty, I'll put this thing on record and fast record, and we'll get to it. All right, y'all. Well, the diff cover's on. So now, brake rotors, calipers, that'll be done. And then put some diff fluid in it. I'm gonna go online real quick, find out what the actual torque specs are for those bolts on the diff cover. And I'll be back in a few minutes. Now, what's up, everybody? When I finished this video, when we was working on the truck, the last two clips with the ending and everything, I didn't have no audio. My mic died. So I was looking up the diff torque specs, and they are 33 foot-pounds. So we got those tightened up how to 33. It holds 3 quarts of fluid. And I put this Royal Purple Max Gear 75 W140 in it with the friction modifier already in it. So you can get it without that, and then you'll have to buy the friction modifier, or just go ahead and get it with it and be done with it. So that's the route I went with it. But it's been about a month since we done it. No leaks, so everything's good there. It's running good. But I'm gonna end the video here. Y'all like, comment, subscribe, tell us what you think, and maybe this will help somebody. Appreciate y'all.